Leafs re-signing Connor Dewar to a 1-year deal worth $1.18 million. 25-year-old will be in the mix for a bottom six role, I think, in training camp. And of course, the Leafs acquired him from Minnesota last year's trade deadline. I actually think he's a guy who's underrated. I'm always careful because I think there is a bit of a transition process when a guy gets traded at the deadline. And I actually look at Dewar and I look at Craig Berube, and I think there's a natural fit there. I think Dewar is going to give more than people expect this season.
Well, that could happen. That could be good. I don't have a reason to say, oh, here's why. Blah. Like, I don't have any concrete evidence to say anything about Connor Dewar. He's kind of one of those filler guys that does everything pretty good and doesn't do anything great. But, you need guys like that make the $1.18 million that can play in the NHL, that have experience. And if you can get that guy to fit his stride, or like you said, have chemistry with a coach, or really get, what's being preached and get a little bit better every day. And all of a sudden he's a guy that, could be, locked into the lineup, and a guy that you rely on at certain points in the game to, whatever it is, get some energy, get a bump up shift going, or respond to a goal that we just got scored on, or put him out there after we score to make sure we don't have, that lackadaisical response to a goal. Whatever it is, certain things that don't really get the highlights are something that he could do, and chip in here and there, play physical, adapt the system, work your absolute bag off, and that's going to be something he needs to do to get that lineup. But the sky's the limit for anyone, man. There's opportunity in this lineup in the forward position for all these guys.
Yeah, at that price tag, once again, I'm okay with it. I think he was projecting to make a bit more, so you can call it what it is. Obviously, the salary cap going up, but I think the big thing I'm looking for, especially if he projects to play on the fourth line, man, is reliability. Like, I think in the Sheldon Keefe era, really didn't know what I was going to get from the fourth line on a nightly basis. So I think if a guy like Connor Dewar specifically, if you want to win the heart and the respect and everything from Craig Berube and the coaching staff, be reliable, PK defensively, maybe get some offensive opportunities. But I think in that type of role, your defense first, no?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, along those half walls, that's got to be your bread and butter. You can't be turning it over in that league. You can't be, losing possession of the puck. You got to have it. You got to be able to be trusted with it. You got to be able to get it in the important positions. And like I said, depending on what just happened and what's transpiring in the game, what they need, you might need to get it deep. You might need to go bang. You might need to cycle it. You might need some ozone time. You might need to, do some of those little things that, like I said, don't get you on the highlight reel. But if you have a guy or a line that does that very well, and you can put them out there at the last 2 minutes of a period, that type of thing, and that you can trust them, I think that is huge. And Chief's big on that stuff. You get his trust, and he knows he can rely on you to do things a certain way, the way that he preaches them. Then you'll get your ice time, and you got to show him that I'm on board, I'm listening, I get where you're going, and I'm understanding of this. And you can win a lot of trust that way, and you can get more minutes, and you can become, more of a staple, and then you can create a line that's valuable, that's used more often than not.
Don't sleep on Connor Dewar. That's all we're saying here on the podcast. Make sure to check out more of our content right here on the Leafs Nation YouTube page. We got long form interviews, we got clips, we got epic rants by Jay Rosehill. We simply have it all. And don't forget, you can find out much more at theleafsnation.com. Thanks so much for watching.